At every major gathering in Nigeria, when his name is called, the reception is distinctly tumultuous. Across the country, wherever you go, his pictures adorn the streets and buildings. His name is Ahmad Sani, Governor of Zamfara state of Nigeria. To the common man, he is simply known as Yariman, the young and simple prince of Bakura, who has brought positive change to the quality of life in his state. Beyond the borders of Zamfara, Yariman is the defining symbol of flair and passion in modern-day Nigerian politics. His reintroduction of the Sharia legal system in 2000 brought him both admiration and controversy, each in substantial measure. It was also the first major test of the new Nigerian constitution. The Zamfara state that Ahmad Sani took over on May 29, 1999, had been created barely 3 years earlier, in October 1996. It was grappling with frightening challenges. Educational infrastructure, especially at the primary school level, were in a hopeless state of abandonment. The healthcare system lacked equipment and personnel, and this was complicated by an incessant breakout of epidemics. Crime was on the rise due to increasing unemployment, and only 4 of the 14 local government areas had electricity supply from the national grid. To a very large extent, Ahmad Sani has changed this picture. Today, all primary schools have been rehabilitated, whilst teachers' wages have been improved. 4 new tertiary institutions have been established. A vastly improved agricultural sector has evolved following huge injection of inputs, modern ideas and implements. Guinea worm has been totally eradicated thanks to the efforts of international agencies and the improved access to safe drinking water, mostly through the 730 boreholes sunk by the government. Today, over 180 towns have been linked to the national grid. The poverty alleviation program has reduced both unemployment and crime, with Zamfara now enjoying the lowest crime rate in Nigeria. Largely, on the accounts of these achievements, Ahmad Sani was elected to a second 4-year term in 2003. In spite of all the achievements, Ahmad Sani had difficulty being understood when he introduced the Sharia legal system in Zamfara state in the year 2000. He speaks on this and other matters.
Anywhere we go, the interest of the people is their religion. And so when we came in, we realized that the Constitution of Nigeria, in various sections, provides ample opportunity for any states that want to introduce Sharia to do so. For example, Section 38 of the Constitution provided freedom of religion. Section 6 of Section 4 and 5 provided that states can create their own courts and provide jurisdiction to these courts that will be that are necessary to, kind of create security, peace that is necessary for development of that particular state. Section 272 and so on provided for Sharia Court of Appeal, that you can even expand the jurisdiction of Sharia Court of Appeal in the states. The problem we noticed after all the consultations and dialogue with the federal government and interviews I had and conferences and seminars with international community was that people do not read the Constitution of Nigeria. People are not very conversant with the system operating in Nigeria, because if people are very much aware, they have known that the Constitution of Nigeria, right from 1950s, the first constitution provided for three legal system of justice: the common law, the Sharia law, and the customary law, which still, is contained in all the constitutions of Nigeria, including the 1999 constitution. So I didn't know that because I know that Sharia still exists in Nigeria. The only thing that was not part of it was not as comprehensive. It does not, have the criminal aspect of Sharia, which was the main yearning and expression of the people of Zamfara state at that time. So, but when we introduced the legal system, then we started facing a lot of problems. That's, like I said, because of the pressure from within and outside the country, we could not even settle down to have an integrated thinking of how to move the state forward. We had to rely on the annual budget system of budgeting. But today, I will beat my chest to say that I'm sure not only the federal government, the Christians and other non-Muslims in Nigeria, but even the international community will believe the fact that the Zamfara state has contributed immensely by introducing Sharia system in the peaceful coexistence of Nigerians in Nigeria, because the religion of Islam is clear. Sharia is nothing other than principles and practice of Islam. And the religion of Islam prohibits extremism, fundamentalism, and is not even aware of anything such as called terrorism. So if a Muslim appreciate and really know exactly what a Sharia legal system is all about, you find him the best human being on earth, somebody who will accommodate all people irrespective of their faith, and somebody who will take care of his neighbor, whether he's a Muslim or a Christian, or a Jew or a Hindu, because a Muslim is told in the Quran that God alone created all human beings and decided to place them believers and unbelievers. I'm a believer of Islamic faith, but we are directed to believe that their books, their religion exists. But I shouldn't be seen to practice their own faith. But I should believe that the Christianity is a true religion of God, Judaism is true religion of God. So, but you see, this kind of thinking, this kind of belief, this kind of understanding will not only bring human beings together, because God himself said he created us in different religions and put us in different tribes to understand ourselves. So definitely this Sharia program, as has been done in Zamfara state, we have been able to curtail a problem of extremism and fundamentalism. Today you don't find extremists in Zamfara state unless they are foreigners. They come to our state maybe to preach, and because our people have been mobilized, they have been sensitized about the Sharia, they know what they are doing. Nobody will come and make them to have another change of idea. They know what is religion, they know what they are expected, they take care of their neighbors, they take care of their visitors, they make sure they remain on their religion. God created, from an estimate I have seen, over 6 billion people, human beings. And less than 1/3 of that population are Muslims. And we believe that God cannot make mistake. So does it mean that a Muslim will say that nobody should exist in this world except he is a Muslim, or a non-Muslim should say that no Muslim should exist. So terrorism, fundamentalism, extremism are alien to Islam. And no good Muslim should be a terrorist, no good Muslim should be an extremist. Under Sharia, Muslims are expected to be true believers of Islamic faith and practice the religion of Islam the way and manner the Prophet, Holy Prophet ﷺ, brought it to us, and be our brothers keepers, respect other people's religion, allow freedom of expression, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of association. All these international so-called human rights are supposed to be promoted by a Muslim, not to see a Muslim fighting against human rights, because every human being is given total right under Islam. When we started in 1999, we found that there's a lot of apprehension from the Muslim community of Zamfara State to Western education. It was not as a result of the fact that Sharia prohibits women from acquiring knowledge, whatever type of knowledge, but because of the societal problems, inherent socio-economic problems of poverty and illiteracy. So having identified the causes of this problem of apprehension in Western education and people not ready to send their girls' child to school, we first started by establishing an agency for poverty alleviation, trying to ensure that we empower our people to be self-reliant, to be gainfully employed. And with the introduction of Sharia, we introduced special schools for female children called Girls Focal Primary Schools, and provide special attention by provision of way of feeding, additional feeding support, uniform, additional teachers, well-qualified teachers, and make sure that these schools are distinctively different from the normal conventional Western education, secondary and primary schools. Today, we are about to graduate the first set of female graduates from these schools to proceed to second level of education, that is secondary education. And today I want to tell you that there is pressure not only on how to get this infrastructure added to accommodate the increasing number of students. The parents are begging us, begging the government to admit their girl children to school. Today you go to Zamfara State, you find permanent secretaries, you find commissioners who are women, you find the chief judge of Zamfara State is a woman, because we believe that Islam under Sharia provides that human beings, it did not say men alone. Mankind were directed, human beings were directed to seek for knowledge, all types of knowledge, both religious knowledge. The only restriction is that a woman is expected to behave according to norms and values of Islam. The Zamfara State government not only accommodate and welcome all international agencies that come to us to help us, to support us, we also ensure that whatever guidelines, whatever suggestions, whatever ideas that they come up with are properly followed and implemented, because we know they are in the best interest of our people. Agencies such as UNICEF, this Global 2000, the program of Guinea, one General Gawan, a former head of state, came and met me with a program under the Jimmy Carter Foundation. We not only received him, but we assured him that we will give him all the support he requires to ensure that he helped us, because we see it as a help to our people. They encourage us to provide additional boreholes, hand pumps and tube wells, and ensure that all the areas endemic are given, even though they have shallow waters, they have earth dams, they are discouraged from taking that water by providing hand pumps alongside, and allow their animals to use the other water, and also they use the other water for agriculture and other activities. I want to thank the international community, particularly President Jimmy Carter, for the wonderful support they are giving the third world countries in the area of health. And I'm happy to say that, to confirm that they have announced Zamfara state and pronounced that the state is Guinea-worm-free today.
Winner of the 2005 Inter-Religious Peace Award of the Ecumenical Apostolic Church, Ahmad Sani remains one of the adorable political leaders of Nigeria, and without doubt, the most humble.